adventurous.
Oh, hey! Didn't see you there. I was fixing things. Pro streamer moment. Didn't set stream. Yeah, anyway, it's Wednesday. Hey, DC Sensei. Hope you are doing well. Hey, Burger Bun. Hi, Chili Pie. Thank you, Me Handlebars, for contributing to the Bougie Bourbon Bonanza Challenge. Hey, Ryan. I'm glad you're here. So tonight I'm switching it up a little bit to save some other bourbon and going with Four Roses because just needed to not use up the last of my other bourbon, so we can use that for our Bourbon Bonanza Challenge. But yeah, it's Wednesday. It is a second Wednesday, so it's D&D night, and I have with me some of my favorite people in the world. So y'all are amazing. But let's kind of cover our usual before we get into the meat of the stream. As you are hopefully aware, we like to cover happy news that doesn't relate to like stream or our personal lives. Like just happy news that some days, like it's hard to kind of take in all the news of the world, and maybe you're gonna miss like the happy stuff. Hey, Basic Witch, hope you are doing well. Hi, Hamed, good to see you. So tonight's happy news is Israel has officially banned conversion therapy. Conversion therapy is reprehensible, it is disgusting, and it's something that should never happen to anyone. Here at KFD, we firmly believe in human rights, and that is something that we will not negotiate. And if you don't, this might not be the right place for you, and that's okay. You can go do something else. And I have a feeling that is probably very similar views with everyone that's already watching our channel. So Israel is on it. They have officially banned it. So I want to thank Tim, Me Handlebars, for sharing that with me today. I love getting good news stories and just happy news. And yeah, that one especially. We obviously want a world where people are welcome for who they are. And that is one step towards it. And that is what we need. So in other news, there's something else happening. Shit. What is it? What is it?
Wow.
Oh, Me Handlebars, thank you for the gift sub for Hamid there. Oh, and New Zealand passed it? That is also... We'll get double the good news. I'm going to quit playing around. Givers and gamers, this weekend, it is, in fact, nearly here. So if you're not aware, this is the entire reason that Jillian and I stream to begin with. We just want to be better at streaming so we can have a successful fundraiser benefiting Ronald McDonald House Charities of the Bluegrass. So if you are into charity, if you're into streams, if you're into fun and games, tune in this weekend. Friday, we have our kickoff ceremony. We're going to have trivia, which is all RMHC themed trivia, where you, the audience, can compete against RMHC staff. Do you know more about RMHC than they do? Probably not, and that's okay. But you're going to learn a lot of fun facts along the way, and we're going to talk about their mission and the great work they do. Excuse me one second. And just have a kickoff ceremony. Talk about all the great things we have going on, like our Yahtzee leaderboard, where you can win giant inflatable dice. I mean, who doesn't want giant inflatable dice? I'm a little jealous that I'm not eligible to win, but you all can win. So definitely do our Yahtzee leaderboard. Get those giant dice and play and have fun. You can play on Board Game Arena. You can play with if you can find 5d6s. Yeah, that's nerd speak for a standard die. You can play Yahtzee. So we'll have some official scorecards which are already available with our Givers and Gamers logo already on it, which is pretty sweet. Great job on that, Nicole. I know you're not watching. That's okay. And then later Friday night we will have our Arena of Generosity. Join us in a D&D one-shot where the players will be facing monsters that are way too difficult for them, and they will surely die horrible, horrible deaths unless you, our chat, donate to this cause to heal them, to give them bonuses. Or you can just watch as they die. Whatever works for you is totally good with me. But hopefully, I think we have a couple... Basic Witch will be there. Tim, aka me Handlebars, aka James, and I have the wrong icons there. Let me get that fixed real quick. You watch the magic of stream as I put the correct character tokens by the correct character. Oh, that's the whole background. A pro streamer would have locked that down. But here we are at Kentucky Fried Dice. Oh, then I did lock that one down. This is just...
Are you good?
Lots of words for what's happening
Oh,
right now.
gross!
Okay, I don't know what's gross, but okay. Well,
I'm just trying to eat petroleum jelly.
well I don't have to tell you.
Just, I look down and that's what I see.
Well, yeah. That's just another KFD night.
So is that some Hunger Games stuff you guys doing with the stream?
A little bit.
Okay.
A little bit. We still have, I think, one slot open if somebody's interested in playing with us. If not, no big deal. We'll be good with that. And there's our donate. Yes, are you not entertained? It's great. So then on Saturday, we have a full day for you. And by full day, I mean we're starting at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, because that is a full day. So we're going to have our celebrity D&D game. It's not going to be an Arena Generosity. It's going to be more of a traditional D&D game where we're going to have some skill challenges and some role-playing. And then there might be some combat. Who knows? But we have some amazing players for that. We've got Paula Deming, Matthew Jude, Phantom Meeple Joe, Brutal Dan, and, of course, Game Freak Geek Girl Monique. I am so excited to play with them, and am looking forward to that. Then later on, we are going to do a elimination trivia, which will be super fun. But I think before that, we're also doing a Golf with Your soon-to-be former friends tournament, streamer invitational. So we have some of our favorite streamers going to be joining us, and we're going to play Golf with Your friends. And you know what, chat? Here's what you can do for that. During that stream, you can tell us what course we're going to play. And here's the deal. Do not pick worms. Do not.
Worms.
Pick worms.
Worms.
Worms is the worst course in the history of the world. And we will all hate you. But that's fine. It's for charity. So it's all good. And it's a big day. We're also going to be doing the elimination trivia. So we were doing that as a split the pot with the $50 guaranteed prize. I'll be honest. Nobody signed up for it. And that's okay. So here's what we're going to do instead. If you want to maybe win $50, you watch our stream. We'll give you instructions on how to enter this elimination trivia, and then you play elimination trivia. So elimination trivia is you keep playing until you get a question wrong. You get one question wrong, you're out. So it's all kinds of random topics. I feel like by question 7 or 8, we will have almost everyone gone, and I have put a real stumper in there, and I'm super proud of it. And I'm really excited for it. So that's going to be fun. And we're still going to do a $50 first prize. So just tune in, play, $50. And you know what? If you it's for charity and you really want to give that back, here's what you do. You take that $50 and you buy 2 raffle tickets for a PlayStation 5. It's a win-win. You're giving money to charity. You might get a PlayStation 5. It's a perfect. It's perfect, right? Who didn't want a PlayStation 5?
I mean, it's so easy to find one.
So easy. I mean, we got really lucky and found one at Meijer. We were grocery shopping, and I bought it, and I regret nothing. So, it's awesome. And then, after the trivia, we're going to do code names with some more streamer friends. So if you want to play code names with some cool people, like Amanda Panda, and Chris from the Charity Board Gamer, and Raven Pagan, and Jilly Pie, of course. And I think Basic Witch is going to be joining us for that as well. Tune in for that. Play some code names. We're going to talk more about the charity, and we're going to raise even more money. Recurring theme here. And I think we're going to do that until we get tired of it. So that's kind of our Saturday night party, if you will. And then Sunday. There is more on Sunday. Family-friendly Jackbox. So just tune on in, and again, you can play games with us, hang out, play Jackbox. A good time will be had by someone, probably you, and that is a reason to come play. And then once we get done with that, we will have some Fall Guys and Jilly Pies. If you want to play Fall Guys with Jillian, She will laugh and she will cuss a lot. Tim, me Handlebars, is going to be playing, and it is so much fun. If I can, I will play as well, but we'll just see how things are going. Jillian says she will not curse. Yeah, much. I'm like, again, AM Basic Witch is playing, so look at that. You're playing with some awesome people. Jillian, if again, I'm a betting man sometimes. I would take that bet that you will cuss during, maybe not the full-on F-bomb. You will absolutely cuss during Fall Guys. No question in my mind there. And after that, we will have our closing ceremony. We're going to talk about all the money we've raised, what that's going to, and how it's helping families and staff members at Ron McDonald House. And we will do our drawing for the PS5 raffle, announce all of our winners, talk about the Yahtzee board. Just a full weekend of giving and gaming, supporting Ron McDonald House's mission of keeping families close. Yes, I too am very skeptical that Jilly Pie will not, Fiddlesticks and Frog. No. To get a PG-13 rating, we get one F-bomb. So you got one. You got one. So I think that basically is your very quick rundown of everything we have going on with Givers and Gamers. So tonight, we are continuing our story with KFD&D. And I normally cover this before stream, and I did not. Who wants to give our rundown from last week?
I wrote it. Somebody else give it.
I'll go. I got it.
All right. Me Handlebars with that, and here we go.
As soon as I find it, hang on.
Yeah.
Pro streamers.
KFD&D official recap channel in the Twitch section in Discord if you're interested. All right, last episode was the second episode of Season 2. When we last met our companions, they were planning their next move to find a local underground syndicate dedicated to the social upheaval of the current martial state. Chime had captured a glimpse of scratched marking on the fountain that indicated a possible Thieves Guild hideout just 3 blocks north. Upon venturing to the office, they discover a peculiar sign with a key as the initial letter of the title spelling. Kind of looks like lock and key, but with the F, it looks like flock and key. Hence, which was a clue that the locksmith may be what they were looking for, as indicated in episode 1, that the leader of that is a big bird, so to say. The party spent some time attempting to devise a plan on how to go about appropriating information from the establishment. Led by Chime, they ultimately elected to wing it. Pause for laughter. This did not go as planned because at first Chime broached conversation with the gnome and dwarf that ran the locksmith shop. But she alerted the players telepathically that she would slip in unnoticed if they attempted to distract the dealers. Ken, using the limited knowledge he had of his brother's inn, began to sell the idea that they were there to purchase a multitude of locks from the dealer for his brother's inn. Howard's Duck Inn, had the best bar name ever. At this point, the dwarf stole away to a different room to rest because he was just no longer interested. And after casting Zone of Truth, Ken began interrogating the gnome as James fiddled with and eventually broke the sample lock on purpose. It's not written in the recap, but he did it on purpose.
Uh-huh.
The gnome remained stiff-lipped once he realized he was not able to lie and did not divulge anything. Losing his temper, Ken attempted to intimidate the gnome by accosting him and grabbing him by the neck, but Karn and James both stopped him, and angrily he stormed out as we stayed behind to try and salvage the situation. During all of this stuff was going on, Chime was going from room to room, looking for the infamous leader, the so-called Big Bird of the Thieves Guild. We knew that his name was Mostep before. she was looking for him. She heard some of the commotion in the storefront, but her concerns faded when she actually met face to face with Mostep, an elegantly cladded, tall, foppish Kenku, who also communicated telepathically, which scared the bejeebus out of Chime. So bringing Chime back to the storefront to address all the remaining companions, Mostep explained that his operation was fully legal. And then he invited the entire party back to his room to pour drinks and discuss making gentle, possible advances towards our very own Mr. Kentuckian, the Duck of Justice. There, Ken divulged party's intention to find or establish an underground resistance to Dragonbane, who is the person who formed the martial law that is now running the city. Mostep acted overly cautious to this and cryptically said that someone would find them again about a job they can do to earn his trust, and then bade them off. Lastly, party spent a remainder of time helping James, me, who could not hold my liquor, so sobered up by taking a quick swim in the bay, and then spent a few minutes looking for the sewer entrance to look for Karn's old, we'll call it an order mate, sure, that we ran into at the pirate themed restaurant, Captain D&D's. But right as they began manhandling a sewer grate to try and see if it would come loose, we see him approach from behind us, and that is where we left off.
That is where we left off. All right.
We did not roll for initiative.
Are we rolling for
which
initiative?
is a good sign.
If I have anything to say about it, of course we are.
Of course.
We did not roll for initiative yet.
Yet.
Give it time.
So your former, maybe I don't believe you really recall him very much from your time at the monastery. Karn approaches wearing just incredibly ragged robes. A man with a kind of a smaller man, human male, pale, kind of ruddy skin, the kind of facial hair of someone that's it doesn't fully like fit his age. He looks older, but just kind of that just growing in mustache on his face with some a couple of the bristles. They're more like whisker like, almost kind of a few that are just elongated. A very kind of long prominent nose in the front of his face, some teeth kind of protruding out the front of his mouth, and it has a very nervous demeanor as he approaches you. Just can I help you all? Are you looking for something?
I'm going to turn to Karn, who I'm like,
We were actually looking for you. I don't know if you remember us from the Captain D&D's Epochs, was it?
He like nods and just has a very nervous demeanor about him, kind of glancing side to side as he's talking to you. His hands kind of folded in front of his body, is in front of his chest, protruding from his ragged, very long, oversized robes that he has around him. Yes, Karn, but of course I remember you from before that. You were, the poster child of our order. I can't believe I ran into you again. I heard you went north. And, when I saw you at Captain D&D's, it was really nice, but I just wouldn't want to bother you, of course. What? You're looking for me? Is something wrong?
Nothing wrong. We just Uh, we have it on good authority that you may know how to get into the sewers and kind of the underground of the city.
He again like looks around again, kind of side to side. Maybe. Yeah. Who told you? Who told you that?
I'm gonna interrupt. I'm gonna step up and say, do you have a more private place that we can talk? I feel a little bit exposed out here.
Yeah. No. Not. Nowhere that I'd like to take you right now until, maybe I have a better idea of what you want, really.
Ken, do you think we can steal a room from Howard?
It wouldn't be stealing. It's yours for free, man. Of course.
It's a figure of speech. You know what I meant.
Yeah.
Howard stuck in your family.
Something like that.
Might I suggest a drink and a meal on us for a chat?
Well, kind of. Okay. But that's kind of a nice inn, and he kind of like gestures to himself, and his robes are ragged and just dirty. Especially like on the elbows and the knees, there's just huge clumps of not clumps, but just well-stained dirt that where he's likely been on his elbows or on his knees quite a bit in them in less than ideal circumstances. And there's not like a bad smell. It sort of has this. Maybe if you a little mildewy, perhaps if you've left your laundry in the washer for an extra day, and just kind of that smell that you. Now that you've been around him for a few minutes, definitely that aroma's. It's definitely emanating from him.
I understand where you're coming from. I'm sure my companions and I. Team huddle. Hold on a second. Team huddle.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, and I gesture everybody to take 3 steps over, and everybody comes over to huddle. Guys,
Huddle.
let's take the guy shopping. We get him a shower, and we get him some brand new clothes, and then we go to Howard's Ducking. What do you think?
That's a good way to earn trust.
What was that?
I said, sounds like a good way to earn trust.
Okay, we're taking this dude on a shopping spree. What should we tell him?
A spree.
No?
Actually, also, guys, it might help him feel more familiar. I'm pretty sure I still have my old robes in my pack.
Well, you want to give him secondhand clothing? That's fine. I was just take the guy out for a down.
Are they just gonna kind of smell like when you were dead, though?
Howard's Duck Inn, like, okay, technically it's not finished, but they have rooms that we can use. Do they have?
Oh yeah.
Do they have any baths set up to where we could just let him take a bath there?
I'll ask the DM on this one. Does Ken know whether or not Howard's Duck Inn has baths and showers and stuff?
Howard's Duck Inn is in the the finishing phase.
Okay.
If you're familiar with like construction, they're basically on the final walkthrough. Like almost everything is done. It's just a couple of odds and ends, and there's not like fancy indoor plumbing. Somebody has to like heat up water and take it to a bath. But that is set up where yes, a bath is completely possible for him.
Okay. Look, the inn is almost done. We can take him there, under the reassurance that we can bathe him and clothe him. Someone needs to pick up some clothes that don't smell like a dead Karn, though. Any volunteers?
I mean, sure.
Okay. I think Ken reaches into his pouch and he doesn't have much gold left. And he gives 8 GP, all of what he's got left to James.
Yeah, I think like 1 will cover 3 times as much as I need here.
Oh, okay, my bad. He takes 7 GP back.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a quick detour while they walk with him
Wait,
If-
Chime,
if-
go
if-
with
okay.
him. He might need a woman's touch. I don't think he knows clothing. If you want, you don't have to. I'm just saying.
No, I'm going to go with him because that sounds like more fun than hanging around you right now.
All right.
I turn to give Chime a high five. And real quick before we leave our huddle, tell him that we could use his advice and input on the food since they haven't opened yet and wants an honest opinion.
Okay, sounds good. We turn back. We break the huddle and turn back to the gentleman. Here's what we would like to do for you this evening in exchange for some of your thoughts and wisdom and information. My brother, I don't know if you know this, he is the gentleman who has founded and runs the Howard Duck Inn all over the continent, including Brownstone here. I'd like to offer you a room this evening where we can get you bathed, clothed, and fed, and then we can sit down and have a real conversation if you'll just come with us. Do you want a charisma roll or
Yeah, give me a persuasion roll. He's suspicious, and doesn't, this definitely seems too good to be true. But you're gonna have advantage because he knows Karn, or at least, has that bit of like he acts like he knows Karn. And they have the same order. So yeah, go ahead and roll that with advantage.
I'm gonna tap Chime on the shoulder, and then I'm gonna mentally think at her. Tell Karn to go ahead and give him his robes if he has them on him.
Okay, I'm going to telepathically relay that message to Karn.
Okay.
I'm
how
going
was
to
your roll, Ken?
telepathically retort, guys, I did wash them after I stopped wearing them. Come on.
It's the principal, Karn.
How was your persuasion
It was
roll?
a natural 20.
Oh, well, okay.
Unnatural 20. So.
Oh, I believe...
The dirty.
A dirty
Dirty
20.
A dirty
Okay.
20. Okay, so he like has this nervousness about him, and as you kind of say that to him, you notice that his shoulders, they don't like slump, but they go from being very tense to just a little more relaxed. And he like looks at Karn and then looks at you and starts to just shake his head and goes, yeah, okay. I don't know what like information I can give you, but yeah, okay. Yeah, and he kind of like bites his nails for a second and rubs them against his chest and just a meal sounds good and yeah, I can use a bath and yeah, okay, yeah.
I'd like to roll insight on whether or not he's going through withdrawal. I want to look at his pupils and kind of see if he's got tremors.
Okay, yeah, go and roll insight.
And so, can you describe kind of what he's doing with his hands right now?
They're moving a lot. He will typically have them clutched kind of together at his chest, which, sometimes was a way that monks would walk. It wasn't something that Karn's orderly promoted with the monk walk like that, per se. How was your roll?
4. I can't tell if he's going through withdrawal or not.
Yeah, you don't really get a read on him. You pick up that he's nervous, but the reason behind his nervousness, you don't really have any idea why. But his hands do move a lot, and they're typically clasped together wherever they're moving, but occasionally will break, and he does seem to be biting his nails. And a lot of like hand to mouth contact.
Is he sweating?
Not that you can see.
Okay.
But you are, it's kind of cool. You're under this boardwalk area near the docks, and the tide's kind of out right now, and it's definitely a little cooler down below than it would be up on the docks. Okay, so we will have you all, the three of you, so Ken, Karn, and your new companion here, head up to Ken's. So James and Chime, is there anything in particular you're looking for on the way?
I'm just looking for a basic garment shop, and I'm looking for basic linen pants and shirt.
Okay. Cool. No problem.
Oh, and
Like-
shoes.
And shoes. So just like common, just normal, standard.
Yeah.
Okay. No problem. You're able to find some. They're like 1 silver for.
I want to get him like a white and a black linen pantsuit. Like,
A pantsuit?
sorry, pants and shirts. Sorry, that's what I meant.
Gotcha.
We're shopping at Tiamat, Bahamas.
But still just like common quality.
Yeah.
Like an entire outfit.
Nothing fancy, just clean clothes.
A full outfit is a silver.
Okay. Is that including shoes? Shoes are probably an extra silver.
Yeah, for like a decent pair of shoes that aren't more or less just more linen on your feet, that would be another silver.
Okay, so some black and white of that. So 4 silver total. I will remove that from my inventory. And yeah. I'm gonna tip an extra silver to the person. So
Okay.
5 silver total, and then
Russian
by the
American.
way, I look at Chun. How's this?
Oh, it was fine.
I mean, cool. Anything else to add or suggest?
I don't know, some kind of floral perfume. What are you expecting? Do I look like the woman with a womanly touch?
No, I know that's not why you came, but you're here. Do you want to provide some? I was giving you the option to provide some input if you wanted to.
I barely know how to dress myself.
Fair, cool. Let's go. I just didn't want to ignore you.
I'm here. So,
I'll
Give her a
make
high
it.
five.
I'll make it back to Howard's Duck Inn about the same time. That interaction didn't take too terribly long. Howard is kind of busy, just putting the finishing touches in the inn. The same duck lady that worked before that I don't think I ever gave a name to her. She's behind the bar with the menu is again like kind of engraved, almost like wood burnt into the top of the counter, which has like several coats of lacquer over it already. And she's getting it nice and shiny. Behind the bar, a collection of spirits is just on these different shelves, and a couple of barrels of different ales and stouts and other delicious beverages to enjoy. And currently, like an aroma of a hearty stew is kind of wafting out of the kitchen area and filling up the entire dining / common room. This like earthy and maltiness just permeating out, adding to the richness of the dark woods, and kind of a few little bits of small stained glass windows just provide a little bit of extra dimmed light, really setting the mood. A few candles are out currently to make sure that all of the dark corners that would otherwise be occupied by shady characters are well lit. And there's somebody putting some like final touches on a small stage, maybe a foot or two off the ground. Nothing crazy. A bench kind of set up for a bard or traveling minstrel to perform at for future evenings. The hearth not really going super strong right now. It's midday and it's not very busy. The occasional sounds of hammers kind of going throughout as people put finishing touches and just get some boards even and that kind of thing. And the female bartender just kind of very expressive eyes, just looks at you and raises her eyes as you walk in and kind of gives a smile and nods her head. A little.
Hey, good
little
to see
wave.
you again.
And she just smiles and motions for you to come in and points at the menu and kind of motions to all of you and gives you like a thumbs up. Very happy to see you.
can I telepathically communicate with her?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I was just curious, like, because, if she's mute, I figured that would be something I could still.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't have anything specific to say.
Okay.
Oh god.
I was just curious.
Yeah. No, I don't know if we got into it before, but her tongue is actually missing, and that's
Okay.
like,
Yeah.
and I think her like very likely from what the bit you've interacted with her, especially as Ken has helped rebuild this inn, she's more embarrassed that she can't really talk, but like is very expressive, very friendly. Just being around her is a very warm and comforting presence.
Ken walks up and points at the menu. Whatever they want, it's on us, I guess. I'll take a bowl of the hearty soup tonight.
And
You
she
pop-
kind of looks at the rest of you with her eyes a little wide.
Guys, the soup is really good here.
Yeah, I'll have the soup.
Would you like the soup? He asks of the monk.
Yeah, that's oh, is that what I smell? Yeah, that sounds
Oh,
that sounds
yeah.
great. Sounds great. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
my brother makes amazing bread. It's a duck thing.
Is that a joke, or is that
No, I'm serious.
Kind of looks at Karn like is
Uh,
he being serious?
Oh, the bread's amazing. It's no joke.
Oh, okay.
I'm assuming we know her name by this point since we've been around so long. Do you have a name for her? Do we know what that is?
Chat. Let's get a name out there.
Cool.
And
While
that
we're
can be-
waiting
oh,
on that,
geez.
I'm gonna look at her and say, just bring a handful of extra loaves. We'll pay for them.
Daisy.
Appreciate it.
Her name is Daisy. That is a
Nice.
lovely name.
Daisy Duck.
That's perfect.
Fine. We should also name another character MPAA.
Oh, Julie Pye was gonna say it. She is destined to be Daisy. MPA.
Okay.
She is not Daisy Duck. She has her own last name and her own backstory, which we will dive into in later episodes.
Nice. I can't wait.
Okay. And she kind of motions for what is more or less your all's like standard usual table. It's like in the perfect spot, not too far from the hearth where you get too hot. Close enough to the stage where the music won't be overpowering, but you'll still be able to hear it and really enjoy it. And she pulls over an extra chair for your monk friend, and kind of goes back to the kitchen. I'll see. It's basically what not because Daisy Duck. Daisies are friendly, and daisies are the friendliest flower.
That's fair. And daisies can't talk. So, as good as our DM does a spit take.
Almost. That
yeah.
was good.
Yeah, almost. Yes. So we sit down at the table and we all eat in a casual conversation a little bit, try to make this gentleman feel at home, And I'm like, how's the soup, guys?
So the soup is full of like mushrooms. It's very earthy and rich. Some spices you can't quite pinpoint, but it's just salted perfectly. And when you have this like crusty but spongy bread, that, as Ken mentioned, is just like it's perfect for this soup and just helps you sop up every last little bit. It's just like such this refreshing meal that's just right for the day.
Sit in the spot.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. All right, guys, if y'all don't mind, I think I'll show our friend here the room. Let him bathe, wash up. James, you got the clothing?
He kind of like he just holds up for a second. He looks around and he's like, I don't know what you want of me that would deserve this kind of kindness. I'm not important. I don't understand. Like, could we just, get it over with? Whatever it is you want?
We can talk now if you want. These clothes are yours regardless. Just take them and
Yeah.
do what you want. If
So-
you can help us, great. If you can't help us, that's fine. Don't worry about it.
I guess I wouldn't mind. I just, I mean, people here are nice, but never this level of nice. You know.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. We are after some information, and we think you can help us. And if you want to help us, awesome. If you don't want to help us, that's fine. We'll part ways.
Yeah.
But we wanted you to know that we're serious about helping the city, and that's our plan. And that's really all I can really say until we get a little more closed door.
And
Right.
I assure you, I think you have the opinion of us that if you don't have what we want, we're gonna do something. That's not the case. If you're not able to help us,
Or don't want to.
water under the bridge.
He kind of looks at all of you and has a long look at Ken, especially. Is that right? If I wanted to just get up and go right now, no one would stop me.
Yeah.
No one
take-
would stop
Oh.
you.
Here's the clothes now. If you want them now, you can leave.
He takes them from you and then sits them on the table in front of him. And his hands shift from being like on his chest to on the clothes, kind of very protective of the clothes. Okay. Okay. What is it that I can help you with?
Is there anyone else in the tavern?
Daisy's behind, kind of polishing, but not really paying attention to what you're doing. There's another couple of patrons like at the bar itself. They're also enjoying some of the soup and bread and but again, like not really paying attention to you in any meaningful way.
Not here. Let's get to the room. Come on, guys. And Ken
If you're
stands up.
hang on. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, okay, yeah.
All right. If it makes you feel better, we can all go in first and you can be closest to the door. Does that help?
Or you can go with just Karn, if that's what you prefer.
If it's all the same to you, I would prefer just Karn. I mean, we have a history and yeah. If that's okay with you all, yeah, that'd be nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Ken sends a mental signal to Chime to send to Karn if he does anything to call us to get it come in there.
I was planning on standing by the door. So.
Okay. Yeah, perfect.
And as a sign of additional trust, I don't want you to feel nervous about going into the room, so I hand Ken my sword. Just see?
Yeah. And can I get a couple of ales for me and Chime and Ken, and we're gonna sit at the bar.
Karn, we need to talk about getting you a bigger sword, brother.
One that doesn't look so blunt either.
Yeah.
But those runes on it.
I love you just holding a remote.
The sword is so ruined.
It's ruined. It's what it is. But
Ruined.
we'll talk about that later.
Well, my dagger is just a Wiimote, so
Yeah.
Oh,
I like props, guys. Give me a break, okay?
no, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Very quick side note. There's a podcast I listen to called Ologies, and the most recent episode that I listened to was Proptology, which is the study and creation of props for like movies, sets, plays, musicals, that kind of stuff.
Oh,
And this
that's
guy
awesome.
worked on Hamilton as well as many other things, but very, very interesting.
is that Alan
Proptology.
Ward podcast?
Yeah. Ologies
Oh.
without Ali Ward.
Okay.
All right, so you all grab an ale. Karn and your companion head into the inn room.
Once they close the door, I just want to stand, like not directly in front of the door, but to the side of the door, and just give Karn a little mental signal. I'm here. Let
Okay.
me know if something happens and you need us.
Go ahead and give me a stealth roll to be out there. Excuse me.
Okie dokie.
Sorry, I could have made that easier by having you all have tokens on the current screen.
And while she's doing that, Ken kind of just casually challenges James. Hey, man, You want to do shots?
No.
You're not there. He's just asking him.
Ah.
James?
Absolutely.
All right. Taps his fingers.
But
Yeah,
we're playing silvers.
you got it.
Like it's like quarters.
Okay.
All right.
So, we got a quarter side game going while this shit's going on.
Perfect. All right. Well, we'll get to that in just a minute. So as you kind of shut the door behind you, Karn, and you guys leave the room, I don't know what I could possibly have to offer for this generosity. But I take it you don't remember me.
I mean, I don't want to lie to you. I don't remember you, but we did have a lot of people at the monastery, and I would be lying if I said I remembered every single person.
I wouldn't imagine you remember me. He takes just a deep breath and exhales. I wasn't a real member. I tried, and I wasn't enough. So I was a janitor. I just cleaned up after everyone, and I know you all had your duties, but obviously there were a lot of things that no one really wanted to do, and it always fell to me, and I would do it, and I always felt invisible. So I left, and in the night I stole a couple of necklaces of our order as a mark, a token, and came here. I didn't think anyone would ever be here, and I thought it'd be better if I initiated it. You know, if I said hi to you, maybe you'd forgive me. And I'm sorry, but I believe in our tenets. I do. I believe in it. I believe we can make the world a better place, but I'm sorry. If you want them back, I can get them to you, but I'm trying to spread our word. I'm trying. I'm really trying, Karn.
Oh, I mean, returning those won't be necessary. I mean, honestly, I feel like you set out on a noble mission. I can't say that. I came to this new continent for my own reasons. I left the order. I mean, hell, I've had more than a few crises of faith, including just staring at death's door. But I mean, even if you don't have the title, the intent behind it is still good.
Thank you. That means a lot. So, there's more.
Okay.
I don't have the resources. So, the few of us that there are, we're living in the sewers. We're not always accepted. And that's what you're asking, right? You want access to the sewers.
I mean, yes, like I said, our paths differ, but my friends and I, we are genuinely trying to make a difference and to help the people here. And to do that, we need to be able to get around the city, undetected. And also, we spoke to. Well, let me ask you this: Are you aware of who Mostep is?
He kind of, for the first time, he seems almost comfortable and gets this like a half grin as you say Mostep, and then quickly goes back to his kind of nervous self. We have an agreement, Mostep and I. Yes, I am aware of him and his dealings. Are you allied with him?
No, but we are trying to gain his trust. Again, it's all in the spirit of trying to help the people here in Brownstone. But to do that, we need to gain his trust by performing a job for him.
Does he have a job for you?
Well, the way he laid it out to us is that someone would find us about a job that we could do. And we were hoping that it might be either yourself or someone in your group in the sewers that would be able to provide us with that, or at least point us in the right direction.
Mostep and I have a complicated relationship. We both want to occupy a certain space in the city, a space that typically only has one group. Maybe Mostep has a upper hand with his resources and having the ear of important people, but we have as I said, an agreement that we won't step on each other's toes, and typically I will allow his people safe passage as long as they observe certain rules while they're in our area. Does that make sense?
It does.
Sometimes people have the same goal, but think about accomplishing it in different ways. And I don't want to say we disagree, but I get the feeling that Mostep is a little slower in his implementation of his goal. And I don't know if we have that much time. So, why do you need to move throughout the city without being noticed?
Well, I mean, the city watch and everything, it's no secret what they're doing to people who speak out or act out against the order that's been established here. I'm going to assume that you're aware of the statues, what's happening to people in the Knowledge District.
Probably more than most, yes.
Right. Well, we want to be able to help the people here, but at the same time, we need to be able to move freely. My group and we are not going to do anyone any good if we become like those people, if we wind up in that statuary.
Karn, you were always good to me. You never made my job harder. You were never mean to me. I believe you're a good person. And this is why I'm telling you. Well, let me ask you a question first. I'm sure you've heard whispers or shouts. People calling about a duck of justice. And
yeah.
It doesn't take a wise person to realize who that duck of justice might be. Am I right?
Yeah.
He's dangerous. He's a magnet for trouble. If the people shout his name, then they know about him. And if they know about him, he's destined to become a statue. Karn, you were good to me. I don't want that to happen to you. The Marcus, she wants control. You know, sometimes just finding a place is enough. And even if your place isn't great, it's still your place. And I just want you to remember that. And that you always have a place with me. And it's not great, but it's not being made of stone.
I appreciate that. That's why I'm asking you to help us by giving us access to the sewers. We're not trying to bring any kind of trouble to you or yours. We're just trying to be able to move around and not be noticed. You're right. Having a noticeable deck of justice is like having a giant target on our backs. That's why we need to be able to move around unnoticed.
No, I get that. I get that. You have my permission, but you have the same rules that Mostep and his people have. Rule number 1. If you're seen going in, we'll turn you in if they ask. We have to protect our people first and foremost. Rule number 2. When you get to the lake, and you'll know what the lake is, turn around and go back. Anything past the lake is our home, and we will defend it. That's it. But Karn, I just don't want to see you become a statue. And if you continue down this path, it will happen. She has ways. She has resources. And we need more good people. We don't need more statues. I should go. But thank you. Anything else?
Well, before you go, we have your permission. Is there any way that you could draw me a map showing me where we might be able to access the sewers? That's the biggest thing, is even if we wanted to use them, we don't know where to get into them.
Of course. It's not so much a map, and he kind of scribbles out locations and just some very minor things to be looking for. And there's several entry points, and gives you like a written list, and just commit this to memory and burn it.
Okay.
Don't let it leave this in.
Understood.
If they find out that I'm helping, then I just don't want to be a statue either, you know? But I trust you, Karn. And he kind of like starts to reach out for a hug, and then just kind of stops and okay. I should really go, but thank you. This is the nicest anyone's been to me in a long time.
You're welcome. And with that, I just kind of want to send a telepathic signal to Chime. He's coming out. Don't worry. Everything's okay.
And with that, he opens the door. Chime, when you got that signal, did you try to leave, or did you...
Yeah, I'm gonna casually start walking down the hallway.
Okay. He kind of, like a casual, if you're doing a casual walk, he actually catches up to you and just nods at you and has his head down, kind of, and has his clothes like bundled in his arms, and just makes his way out of the establishment very quickly. He does as the two of as James and Ken are sitting at the bar. You maybe, as you're playing your game of silvers, hear a thank you, and as he like walks out the door, and that's it. So the two of you who are getting drunk, playing silvers. Okay, so here's how it's gonna work. You probably got about 5 rounds in during that conversation. So I want you both to make just a dexterity check.
I swear this time I'll get it in.
Not a saving throw, just a like dex with your bonus. I'm gonna save works for that roll.
5. Good lord. Damn it.
Okay, how'd James do? Let me get you all on here so you can make these rolls faster.
Sorry about that. You said not a save, correct?
Not a save. I'm not gonna have Ken reroll that. So I think you'll.
Was it a save?
You did. It's fine.
Oh, my bad. Okay.
It is all good. But I think I have your tokens on the map where you can get to them quicker now. So,
there we go.
There we go. So your first one you miss, and you take a shot there. Your second one you make. James, your first one.
Oops, wrong. Yep, sorry.
Your first one you
James
make.
is trying to be a mean drunk here.
All right, bottoms up.
Yep. Go ahead and give me your. Just go give me your next 3 there, Ken. We'll roll through this one kind of quickly.
All right. Okay. Sorry.
All
right,
good.
I got, and no advantage or anything, right? So
No.
Okay, 13, a 12, a 13, an 18, and a 12.
So you actually make it in every time.
Nat 20,
Way to waste that one.
11,
Okay.
and 17.
You guys are both pretty dexterous. And maybe you've done this a couple times. So can you actually miss your 11? Also misses.
damn it.
So,
All
and you know, you 2 shots for a very constitution heavy shack-sized duck. Like it's really not gonna do too much to you. So you're like you're feeling pretty good, a little social. You're on the first step of what I would consider Bourbon Donald. Like you're not quite to the full on hug everybody stage, but like you have no problem like approaching a stranger and telling them how amazing they are, or whatever Ken would do in that situation.
How amazing he is.
How amazing Ken is.
Okay. You want to see my wingspan?
I do love Wingspan. Such a good game. Okay, so it is. You all have some moment now. You can discuss what Karn and Epox talked about, or Epox.
Shall we adjourn to the study?
Had enough, James?
Yes, I'm quitting while I'm ahead.
Okay, fair enough.
Let's get up to the room while you guys can still walk upstairs.
Hey, no shots for me.
Fair enough. Ken puts his arm around James. Let's go, buddy.
I am going to signal to Daisy, though, just be like, 1 step, 1 to go to the room.
She knows what's up with you and pours one, and kind of gets the head off of it and pours just a little bit more, and hands it to you in like the pewter tankard that they use.
Thank you. Gonna need this to recap what just went down.
Whoa, what went down?
Okay, so it took some convincing because apparently there's a little bit of I wouldn't say an animosity, but there's an agreement between Epox and Mostep as far as, from the way he was saying it, just territories and roles. But good news is we have access to the sewers now.
Oh, it's awesome. And Ken hugs Karn. Amazing job, buddy. Grabs him by the shoulders, in the Joe Biden kind of way.
Too tight, a little too tight. But yeah, Epox is still pretty wary of us, though. So basically,
Okay with that.
2 rules we have to obey. 1, we can't be seen coming or going from the sewers. We do that, we get caught. He made it very certain that he wouldn't have any qualms about turning us in just to protect his people. 2, there is apparently a lake in the sewers. We are not to go beyond that. Apparently, that's where they're making their home.
All right. Sounds easy enough.
I can live with that. We can try to gain his trust further. If we do, awesome. Maybe bring him in. Maybe we can use his people as listening posts per
That's
se.
good. Was he not the guy that had that job that that Mostef wanted?
It didn't sound like he was.
I think Mostep said he was going to send somebody. I think they'll find us. We don't have to find them.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm just glad that talk with Epox went well. Just with how twitchy he was being, I went in unarmed as a sign of trust, but at the same time, I did have an ace in the hole just in case he tried anything.
Yeah, which reminds me, you can have this puny thing back.
Thank you.
All right.
All
Well,
right.
No,
all right. Sounds good. So how do we get into said sewers?
okay, and I take the instructions that Epox gave me and show them to the group.
This is dangerous written down.
Well,
It's okay. We got a mind like a camera.
yeah, we do need to dispose of this once we commit it to memory.
I'll eat it.
Eat
No,
it? No.
don't have to eat it. Prefer
I-
not to eat it.
I can eat it if you
Is it-
want.
No.
You
Donald,
already
is
ate
it-
a Captain D&D. You got more than enough fiber in you right
Yes.
Okay.
What time is it? Is it like late in the day? Evening?
It was like, I think, afternoon whenever you all initially met up with Epox. So at this point, like between the shopping and him walking here and having a meal, it's getting to like early evening. The sun's starting to set. You can start to hear commotion from downstairs of just like the general people coming in after a hard day's of work and they don't feel like cooking. And DoorDash is yet to be created. And definitely looking for like a nice hearty meal, and the like word of this soup is definitely spreading around town. So
And the smell.
definitely that smell.
Nice. Okay. So everybody got a good look, especially Chime. Chime, you good?
I'm good.
Okay. I'm gonna pull out my dagger and imbue it with fire and like basically burn it
Okay.
without leaving the room. I don't want to risk this leaving the room.
Okay.
I'm burning it now.
Hey, James, you know matches are a thing, right?
You know there's
Wait.
a fireplace right behind
Yeah.
you, right?
And you know I offered to eat it, right?
And I look at my dagger. I'm like, that was a dumb move. And then I put my dagger away.
Oh, you're
You
drunk,
could've
James. Put that knife away.
Well, like I said, guys, I'm just glad that that little meeting with Epox went well because I did not want to have to. If he tried something, I did not want to have to fight him.
Yep. All right. So I'm gonna. Yeah, I'll burn the thing up, and so we're good there. So what's the plan tonight? You guys want to turn in early, get some sleep, start first thing in the morning? Do you want to head out now and start scouting
Mhm.
out the sewers? What do you guys want to do?
There is no nighttime in the sewers. Technically, if light doesn't get down there, I can't tell you exactly when's the best time to go exploring, but I do know for a fact that the best time to mull through the city to enter the sewers might be when it's darkest out if we turn in early, wake up in the middle of the night, maybe that'll give us the least chance of being exposed. What do y'all think?
I think you might be the terror that stalks through the night.
What can I say? I am the vengeance. I am the night. I am the duck of justice.
There's trouble.
Duck of justice.
Anyway,
I suggest going down when it's dark.
Okay.
Yeah.
all right. Let's get
All
some
right.
rest, guys.
And Ken, he plops down on the ground and kind of tucks his head under his arm and covers himself with the cloak.
Okay. So turning in pretty early. Oh, excuse me. That sounds delightful, to be honest.
Same here, man.
End of
I-
set.
James is not sleepy. What James is gonna do is, during all this stuff, James noticed that Chime is wearing a ring. Not just any ring, it's a ring that fits over 2 fingers. And it's familiar, and James forgot about it. So James is gonna ask Chime about it. Hey, I forgot we had that thing. Did you ever figure out what that was?
It's a ring. Isn't that obvious?
I can't. I would know. I'm pretty sure I would know this out of character. Does anybody have detect magic?
How about just roll a Arcana check on it?
Yeah. You might have to take a look. You can leave it on. Might have to take a look at that ring.
Sure.
Okay. What do I get with a 16?
So you look at it, you know it for sure it is a magic ring, and what really gives it away on what type of ring it is, which you did cover in your demon hunting classes that you took with your group. The 2 fingers, because it assists in doing slight somatic motions for spells, and will help capture energy as a spell is cast. It is in fact a ring of spell storing, and it has something stored in it right now. But exactly what that is, you'd need to spend time attuning it to yourself to figure that out.
Interesting.
It's a trap.
Interesting. This ring is
Sleep.
magic. This ring is magic, and it stores spells, and it has a spell stored in it right now, but I don't know what it is because it is not attuned to me. So maybe
She's immediately going to take it off and be like, that's scary. I don't want that.
You know it's got to be scary if Chime just took off a shiny thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Magic is a little scary to Chime.
I'm gonna look over at Ken and Karn and see if they're still awake. Are you guys still awake?
Yeah.
Guys, can you
Okay.
keep it down?
I take it you don't want this ring.
Wait, what is that?
It's a magic ring that stores spells.
Any slots
There's
left?
something in it.
There's something in it, but I don't know what, and I'm pretty sure one of us is gonna have to take ownership of it and attune it to ourselves in order to figure that out. I'm totally willing to do that, but wanted to throw it out there in case anybody else had.
I wouldn't mind storing some healing spells into it, but does it have any slots left?
There's no way of knowing until you actually attune to the ring.
Honestly, if I think storing heals in here would be amazing, and I also think that if that's the case, you shouldn't be wearing it, because if we need those heals, then that's because you are not capable of giving us the heals at that moment.
I think that's reasonable.
Agreed.
Ryan.
Ah,
Karn. You've already got a ring on. You mind if I keep this one?
Go for it.
Cool. All right. So I'm gonna get attuned to it. How long does that usually take? Is it an hour, a day, a week?
It's about an hour. It would be you kind of meditating, and there's just a little bit of I want to say like almost sentience in every magic item, and it's just you having your consciousness like kind of go into it and forming like a symbiotic relationship where just kind of getting the item to trust you and realize, and there's no like rolls for it. It's just you focusing and attuning it to you. Not unlike maybe like the initial meeting of like a pet or a type of animal or something, where it's just a matter of establishing that trust and establishing that deep connection needed. So yeah, you can totally do that, no problem.
Cool. I'm going to do that then.
Okay, so you discover that there is a single spell that has been stored in this ring. It is a second level wizard spell of Misty Step, which I think we did that way back at the beginning of season 1, and might have been helping at some point.
I took it because it was shiny.
Okay. For anyone who's watching who's wondering, out of character, I already knew this stuff. I just wanted to go ahead and get everything set up. But Misty Step, briefly surrounded by silvery mist, you teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space that you can see. Pretty cool spell.
Yeah.
Okay. Sweet. So we were waiting an hour or two to go out, anyways, right?
I mean, we were gonna sleep.
Napping. Yeah. Was you want to take a short rest?
Yep. Sweet. Okay.
So
I think James having that ring is a smart move. In the middle of a fight, I would hate to be wearing both rings and get one mixed up with the other. I would really hate to accidentally use the Ring of the Ram on you guys if I'm feeling you.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to assume that we don't want Ken wasting his spell slots as we're about to go into the sewer, so I'm not going to...
We should do a long rest before
I believe the person... I'll have to look at that. We can look at for another episode, but I think maybe not. To cast a spell into it, you have to be attuned, but then you can give it so y'all can like pass the ring around. He can cast spells and stuff, which we can deal with. We can deal with that in the future.
Yeah, let's do a long rest, but before then, I think James, if you're willing, Ken can spend an hour trying to attune to it, cast Lay on Hands or Cure Light Wounds onto it.
It would have to be Cure Light Wounds because I think Lay on Hands is not technically a spell.
Okay. It's not a spell. The one that I want to put on the thing is a different spell altogether. It is called Prayer of Healing, and it is pretty powerful. It's up to 30 feet range, up to 6 creatures of your choice. It allows for a regain of hit points equal to 2d8 plus a spellcasting ability modifier.
Which means yours, if you're casting it, it doesn't matter if I'm using it in the ring, it's using your stats.
Correct.
Yeah.
There is a downside to that spell that still affects this ring, I believe. That takes 10 minutes to cast, and I think even let me look at that ring because you're still casting the spell again.
Right. It's just the whatever is needed is stored into the ring. But that doesn't change
the casting time.
Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah, because it's literally just banking it.
Yeah, exactly. So it would still take 10 minutes to cast that spell.
Oh, okay.
You're using a spell slot today to cast the spell tomorrow.
Exactly.
All right. Would you prefer cure wounds?
I'd say we will deal with this later because I just spent an hour attuning it to me.
Okay, fine.
I think it's really fine because I think we'll forget about it again for another year.
Then cool. Let's go ahead and work through this then. Get a little bit of D&D administrative housekeeping out of the way. Yeah,
so basically this ring can hold up to a total of 5 levels worth of spells. With Misty Step currently being in there, that is a second level spell. So you have, however you want to assign it, 3 more spell levels. It can be 1/3, a second and a first, 3 firsts, like however you want to do that. That is completely up to you all. Or whoever is using the spell.
Okay.
And then if you wanted to get rid of the current spell in there, you would just cast it. And when you wear the ring, you have like an innate ability. Part of that attunement process is realizing, like, kind of talking with the ring, and it walks you through how you're gonna cast that spell, and you have like just an innate knowledge of how to do it.
Okay.
But that's it.
All right, short rest till a few hours past midnight.
Oh,
And then what are we putting on the ring?
You don't have to reattune back and forth. Anytime you cast a spell while you're touching the ring, you can make the ring your focus instead. So that is no problem there.
Okay, so if I understood that correctly, once Ken attunes himself to the ring,
He doesn't
all he
have
has to do. Oh, he doesn't have
you
to.
You can wear that ring. Ken can cast, say, Cure Wounds, and he just touches the ring instead of touching
Got
somebody
it.
else, and he can
Oh.
have that ring will just automatically store that spell. Even if that's not the rule, that's how I'm going to rule it. Just to make life
When I
easier.
read it, that's what I was thinking too. So I'm glad. Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
how I
so-
interpret it.
Yeah, if you have some like, what is your like fast in combat heal? Is that
Oh, it's definitely Cure Wounds.
okay? And what level is Cure Wounds?
Level 1.
It's level 1. Okay. Then I'm gonna suggest. Let's see. And level 1 is what is the actual roll? How many hit points do you regain with the level 1?
It is it's 1d8 plus a spell casting modifier.
Got it. So, and a level 2 is 2d8 if you cast it at a higher level.
Yeah, I suppose.
Okay.
At higher, yeah, when you cast this spell using a spell slot at second level or higher, the healing creature increases by 1d8 for each spell
Got it.
slot. Yeah.
Then I'm gonna request from Ken 3 minor heals, basically level 1 heals that I can just dole out as necessary
Okay.
quickly.
There you go.
We can do up to 5 levels. So
Right,
wouldn't it
but
make
there's a
sense to
level
do-
2. There's a level 2 on there.
I mean, wouldn't you just use that?
Waste it.
I mean, if I've got heal spells on there, like, and I end up in a weird situation, I could retreat and then heal you.
Okay. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
And I'd rather not waste the spell that's already on there, and then use it if I get pinned down. I like where you're going though. Like, soon as we use that, then yeah, I think mostly heals for this thing to kind of fulfill the role that, because we
I was
don't
thinking,
have
like,
we don't have a cleric, we have a paladin.
Right. I was thinking
That's
like
supposed
have
to mean.
2 charges of level 2 and then 1 charge of level 1. That way
Oh,
we
don't
can
get me
still
wrong, I'm not
spread it
complaining,
out
Ken. I mean, your fighting prowess has got us out of so many
a
scuffles.
lot.
I'm just messing with you, brother.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I like where you're going. Okay, so couple of let's say 3 cure light wounds.
Yeah, he
Level
has
ones?
4 level 1 slots, so he just uses them on the ring, and then he asks that we all long rest till just before the crack of dawn.
Okay.
Just so that he can regain those spell slots.
Perfect.
All right.
I love it.
So a restful evening. You all in the room that you had originally reserved for epochs. As basically now, they're kind of the soft opening of Howard's Duck Inn is complete, and you can hear even as you're starting to like get up that morning, Howard down in the common room talking loudly to you're not quite sure who, but tonight will be our grand opening. We are ready. It is beautiful. It is everything I've ever wanted to be. I'm gonna head out and get some fine supplies. When Ken gets up, let him know I'll be back tonight, and we will have the biggest party ever.
I take it we all hear that as we're approaching.
Oh yeah,
the
he
lobby.
is.
Oh yeah,
He is like so excited, basically yelling
buddy,
it.
I'll be there.
Did I just hear that correctly? Ken has a huge grin on his face. Howard, did you just say what I think you said?
Okay, Ken, are you here? Yeah.
Yeah, right here, Ben.
Yeah. Kind of runs up the stairs. knocks on the door. Is everybody decent?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. We're ready. Like everything's done. We're gonna open tomorrow. Or tonight.
I'm so
Tonight.
proud of you. Congratulations, my brother.
Come here,
Quack,
buddy.
man. Quack.
Oh,
Gives
Big
him a
ol'-
big hug.
big ol' hug. Yeah. Tonight. Tonight's the night. There's nothing else to really do. I mean, I think I'm gonna stick around here for a couple weeks, and then I'm gonna hit the road and start opening. There was a spot. Y'all remember those little creatures who kept yelling treasure at you all? And they, oh my god, they were so funny. Well, since you took care of them, that would be a great spot for an inn, don't you think? Right in the river there?
Maybe a bridge, too.
We can do a toll bridge.
Yeah.
Think of all the money we could make.
A hotel right on the river.
Exactly. I think we might make that even kind of a resort, like a nice place to stop. There's lots of mud there. You know, a mud bath. I haven't had a good mud bath since we got here.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, there's a lot of grubs in that mud.
Oh,
my
yeah.
God, there is. Oh, a grub stew.
Grub stew would be so
man.
amazing.
I feel like people would pay a premium to try living in a van down by the river.
It's a van.
No idea, but I would do it. I love rivers. And it had those waterfalls. Oh, it'd be beautiful. So yeah, I think yeah. I mean, unless you need me here, but I just feel like
Oh,
I'm getting away.
no, my brother. Well, we'll hold down we won't hold down the fort, but I know your people. I know how you train them, and I know how hard they work for you.
Oh.
This place will be taken well care of.
I think
and if
Daisy
it's not,
can run this on her own. She's been great.
yeah.
And we'll help out if needed.
Of course, I know. I mean, you all are basically family to me, and I really appreciate all of you. You know,
thanks, man.
so
Give him a high five.
just so you're all aware, you have whatever you need right here as long as you need it.
I love you, brother.
And he gives him another hug.
I love you too. But I'll also be here for a couple more weeks. Just want to make sure everything is fine, and then I'm gonna head off and just, yeah. And I think if I get enough money, I can, I don't know, I can maybe find a way to send it back and get everybody over here and get the family, and yeah, it'll be great.
That would be amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna do it. We're finally gonna do it.
We're finally gonna do it. I'm so excited.
Oh, but you all look like you're ready to get going, so I don't want to keep you. I'm sure you have very important things going on, and yeah. Go ahead. But tonight we're going to party, and it's gonna be amazing.
Oh, we'll be there. Me and James, we already got our eye on a rematch of that game of coins we were playing, our silvers, I think.
Oh, look, use the cheap liquor, okay? I don't want to lose my good stock.
Oh, I
we
would
got
totally pay for any liquor that I
No.
drink. That's not.
No.
That's
I'm always
that's not
taking
cheap.
care of you all. You all, if it wasn't for you all, we wouldn't be here. I don't think I would have made it. And of course, Chime and Karn, you all are more than welcome. And the same offer, like anything you all ever need. You're family now.
He's right. You guys are family.
Did you say that you're gonna bring your family over here?
I'm gonna try, yeah.
I mean, did you find a way to send messages?
Yeah, that'd be great.
I don't know how, but I'm gonna try. I think if I have enough money, wizards can do something, right? I mean, your friend, what's his name? The guy we traveled with.
Shrevilock.
Yeah. I mean, he made it back once, so surely he can do it again, or get something over there, a message, right?
Oh, yeah. We'll look for him when the time comes.
Yeah. What? Yeah, I don't know, but it has to work. Like we get enough money, and we can pay him, right?
That's usually how it works in this world, unfortunately.
And Chime, don't worry. If I get a message to my family, I'll make sure yours gets one too.
Of course.
Because you're family to me too.
Thanks.
And nothing can ever replace you all.
That's so sweet, Howard. We won't keep you any further. You get what you need to get done, okay? And we'll be there tonight at the party.
Okay, great. I'll see y'all then.
All right, bye, brother.
Oh, have fun. Be safe.
And we head out. So
Okay. All right. So there's a sewer entrance marked, not terribly far from where you are now.
We need to go to one further away.
Okay. He kind of he kind of marked as like you should probably, like, this is kind of the safest one to enter and exit from. Is
Okay.
actually very close to where you were when you initially met Epochs the day before, down below the boardwalk. He was probably heading that way, truthfully, when he ran into you.
Yeah, a brisk walk.
Okay.
All right, while we're walking, I want to take note of who's out and about. You know, can I see anybody at a window sill around the corner? Is streets, any characters? Do I hear any footsteps, any noises, any
Sure.
odd smells of cigarette smoke, anything like that?
Give me a perception check, please.
You got it. So I'm looking over my shoulder, trying to make sure our footsteps aren't too loud, that we're not being followed.
Sure.
And I rolled a 2.
Okay. It's a beautiful morning. Like, there's this hint of sea salt just on the air, and it's a crisp, beautiful morning. This sunrise that's coming up. The clouds are those high, thin clouds in the sky that just capture the sunlight, and the sunrise is just full of oranges and purples and all these just gorgeous hues. And as you're doing that, you just kind of lose yourself in that and forget that you were supposed to be really looking and checking out what's happening. And it seems maybe fortuitous that no one is following you. But before you know it, you're nearly to the boardwalk and haven't. Super. Yes, Chime.
I would also like to double check that we're not being tailed.
Okay, go ahead and roll perception for that. And you're looking to
Specifically for
being
tails.
tailed. Sure.
Oh my god, I got a nat 1, which
Okay.
still equals a 6.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's so beautiful out this morning, and like the way the clouds are, you just kind of imagine that is, if you were able to fly, that is what it would look like looking down on like a beautiful morning. And there's like kind of some of the bakers are already up, and just some buttery like biscuits maybe, and some other sweets, and just some roasted nuts that really remind you of home, and all this discussion of
Fresh roasted nuts.
fresh roasted nuts. It just, you all just seem incredibly distracted today, and you look behind you a couple times, and there's no one behind you, but in terms of like you just get lost for a second.
Chime, the more I think about it, the more someone like us who didn't want to get tailed would most likely go enter the sewers at night. But they wouldn't expect some idiots like us to enter right at the crack of dawn when it's this beautiful out. I think maybe this is good luck in disguise. And when I say disguise, I don't mean the skies. I mean disguise.
What?
Karn or James, do you all want to do anything as you're walking towards the boardwalk?
I would also like to keep an eye out and make sure that we're not being tailed. So I want to see if I have any better luck than Chime or Ken.
Sure.
And can you tell that the birds are just captivated by the sky? Man, I wish I could fly.
Jesus
Let's
Christ.
see.
A 6.
So
Honestly,
At
I
least you
know
can
these
swim.
guys keep looking
What?
around,
it's,
and I know that like I spent some time attuning that ring last night, and I know I didn't sleep as long as I wanted to, so I'm just trusting that my party is looking out.
sure. Man,
Completely in character.
We're
I
looking
would
out,
probably
just not
I
at
would
the right.
it
like
is-
normally I would be on top of it, but today just
It's such a beautiful morning. You're not sure you've ever seen a more beautiful morning.
is it
We're
is it
all
like
staring
that
at the
first
sky.
is it like the first day that feels like spring?
It kind of is.
Oh,
But like not what we're having here locally, where like you know in your heart that like it's not really spring, like it's not like 60 degrees, it's gonna be 30 tomorrow with a 50-mile-an-hour winds all day. It's just this like calmness, and birds are chirping, and just the town, just it feels alive, and regardless of what's happening around you, and you know that like there's patrols, and there's basically just martial law and just awfulness. Like the path you take just happens to not even run into any patrols of these like snake people guards that you've seen almost the entire time, and for whatever reason that doesn't bother you. And just having just this beautiful morning has just been like just a nice welcome change.
I'd like to imagine that I looked at the sky and just went, double rainbow.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anybody see the sewer grate anywhere?
Okay, so in character, I know that I would not be looking for tails because I think I am seeing my companions look around as if that's what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not going to look for that. But I am definitely going to look around before I open any damn sewer grates.
Sure. So like you make it under the boardwalk, and with the instructions, it's this very minor. You look for things that stood out before, and it's basically just a piece of what looks like wood that splintered just a little bit, and as you push this wood in, a very small opening kind of slides open, access to the sewers, which doesn't necessarily make a whole lot of sense, but it just kind of is what it is like a secret entrance into the thing, and you follow the instructions that were left for you, the small opening that you definitely have to like squeeze your way in there, kind of wiggle your butt to get to fully in.
Mm-hmm. It's mostly feather fluff, honestly, but I was going to ask if you wanted me to roll for butt size.
Probably the first time I will not ask somebody to roll for butt.
Oh my.
Oh, the duck roll.
Yeah. I've got a huge ass.
I love that about you. Yeah. But you head on in to these sewers. Let me get you all down here. I didn't bother putting
Oh,
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, I like this design.
Oh, y'all can see everything, right?
Oh yeah,
I don't think I did dynamic lighting this time either.
that's
So-
fine.
Let me
I can't see crap in here. Anybody got a torch?
So the sewers are, I mean, they're sewers, but they're
Lit every few feet because of the grates and the drains, right?
They are. There is enough, like there, and this
Sunlight.
isn't like your to be a little crap, not your poo sewer. It's more of like a storm runoff sewer that is just for making sure the town doesn't flood, being so close to the ocean, and if there is a heavy rain, which is common, that it has a way to get out. And it's actually really clean. The floors where you'd think maybe like you'd see rats scurrying or just accumulations of trash and junk that just finds its way down and wash down. It's not there. Now there's algae and moss and just like little bits of normal like plant life form, but it's almost disturbing how clean it is. And make sure y'all can move your tokens. So as you enter, it's well worked stone, kind of not quite like grouted, but then little bits of this green accumulation of something. It's a little slimy, maybe a little sticky, but not overly so. It kind of it doesn't like stick to your clothes for long periods of time or accumulate more. And as you walk through, it's wide, it's well walkable. No visible paths for people walk this often. And the first room you kind of walk into, there's a large grate covering a hole in the floor, with some kind of a valve attached to the wall, and otherwise the path about 10 feet wide. The ceilings, in some places, you have to duck, being an exceptionally tall bird. Yeah, he has to duck.
Ah,
Yeah. But otherwise,
Where's your Stream Deck button?
Oh, well, let me. It's right there. Yep, added that right before stream.
Yeah, Ken points to the drain on the ground and says, "This thing is great."
You got it.
All right, I've been a little preoccupied. I've heard tale of these turtles down here.
What's a turtle? Is it-
Turtles are a D&D thing. They're
No, I know. What
Okay,
a
gotcha,
turtle is. It was in my voice, not my voice, my duck voice, because evidently ducks sound like Batman.
Yeah.
Or
You mean a turtle, right?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I hear weird stories.
Crap, not another.
We didn't run into any turtles back in the sewers, back in the home country.
Oh, I know what he's talking about. There's like 4 of them, and then they're like monks, and then they have this rat master. I've heard of that story. Yeah.
Yeah, that didn't exist. I don't know what you all are talking about. That wasn't in any sewer I went into, and I went into plenty.
Oh, well, it was a story I heard a long time ago.
must be a regional thing.
Yeah, maybe.
I think so.
God dang it! Come on, guys.
Oh,
Let's
watch out for
continue on.
splinters.
Radical, dude. All right.
Let's rock steady on.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I got you there, Ryan.
Yeah. Throw this script into the shredder. Yeah. All right.
That's the last one.
All right. Last
Okay.
one.
Last one.
Hey, what's this over here?
Hey, don't be turning stuff. We don't need to
I'm
turn.
not
We don't.
Turning.
Can I try and figure out what that valve might work without turning it, like from my previous sewer knowledge?
Sure. Go ahead and use your I'd say use your like thieves tools proficiency. Like you're probably trying to like not mess with anything, but just like you have this knowledge of how things work, and it's probably maybe similar to like a trap that you might have disarmed before. And
What
you're
attribute should I use?
go ahead and use intelligence this time because you're really trying to figure it out more than anything.
Is
Might
this
three.
experience from the night sewers or the poo sewers?
This is definitely the water runoff sewers, and that's probably where she mostly went. I don't.
I was
well,
throwing out poo sewers.
so a 23. It likely has something to do with this grate that's in their room. And that's like it looks like it has been turned, and without actually turning it, like it's not rusted over. It seems to have been maintained in some capacity. So like it is in fact used on purpose. But you're not sure if it's keeping something like out of this area or if it let something into another area. Like that relationship, you're not positive, but almost definitely like something with that grate.
Hey, James, do you hear anything underneath that grate? Watch your head, by the way. There might be something down there.
I'm gonna stick my ear. I'm gonna stick my ear close to the grate. Also, I have dark vision, so I'm definitely looking in to make sure there's nothing like right there.
Sure.
Gotcha.
And I'm gonna stick
Down.
my head down there, trying to not get my horn stuck in the grate.
Sure.
Yeah, and I would also like to pull my greatsword out.
Okay.
Would that be investigation or perception?
So tell me more, like, what are you just listening, or what else are you really doing?
I am trying to pick out anything that is not natural. Anything that wouldn't be just like standard, like running water.
Like sound-wise?
Sounds.
It's still kind of perception, but as you put your head down there in your dark vision, you can see just a few feet below. There is definitely like some type of metal doorway below this grate that is currently closed.
Interesting. There's a door under this grate.
And it's not like a trap door, but like a double door that is closed. It's about 2.5 feet on each side of the door, so it's like a 5x5 total door, and it is like down in here. Chat, sorry, you can see some GM stuff, so don't tell anybody what you see.
What do you guys think? Should we go down there, or should we explore the rest of the sewer more?
I think we should explore the rest of the sewer. I don't think
Me
there's
too.
anything we should be messing
I
with.
agree. Let's not try to go down to another level until we've checked out this first level.
Agreed. Let's secure the perimeter.
And Ken grips his greatsword and marches forward.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn to Chime and ask if she has anything that she can set a trap with. Not necessarily to damage, but to alert us if someone comes up from behind.
Yeah, like some empty Coke cans or something.
Like maybe just
Oh
like
yeah, I mean my crippling Coca-Cola addiction. You know
maybe
me.
just
Um,
maybe like a tripwire and something noisy hooked up to it.
got some pythons.
Let me
You can.
find it.
I'm sure you have enough stuff in your backpack, especially with your affinity for collecting shiny things. Likely, like it won't be great because the rope isn't really designed to not be seen. But if you so choose, if you want to take the time to set up a trap behind you that just makes noise, you can do that if you would like.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, go ahead and use your thieves tools again, but dexterity this time.
Okay. That one I got a 12.
Okay, it's not pretty, it's not hidden. It's probably the equivalent of a couple of like pieces of metal attached to string and hanging from the ceiling. But you make something that if something were to pass through it and be like brain dead and not see it, it would make noise and alert a decent sized area of like sound.
Okay.
And do you want to put that
I'll
like, in this
take it.
hallway?
I want to put it like right at the opening, so like where Ken's hanging out.
Okay, about here.
Yeah.
Okay, so there is your trap.
Hey, why not attach to the grate?
Because we don't know if something comes out of the grate and towards us, then it hits that trap. If someone comes from the entrance and hits that trap, it alerts us.
Gotcha. All right. Because they can
Good
walk
thinking,
around.
Chime. I like where you put that.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay. So Ken, as you kind of begin
Jingle, jingle, jingle.
to go down this path, it does split off to the right. What you notice about on the path to the right is it's only about 5 feet wide. It's much narrower. And as you peer down this hallway, you kind of see some metal, almost like maybe like a ladder leading down. And you can just make out just a large bit of water further down that path. And you can kind of see across where there's another ladder coming up and a path that continues.
You guys see that there?
Yeah, I have a feeling that's the lake
Yeah. me
that
too.
Epox mentioned.
Let's stay away from that area.
Yeah. Stick
We,
with
yeah,
the
we head
equipment
forward.
that with me.
As you go down, there's just like random bits of the stone is all obviously worked and smooth and really seal exceptionally well. So the water in some places it's a little slick where water has pooled up, especially in like the bits between the stone. Occasionally on the walls there are some different like mushrooms growing out, and they're all very exotic, and some are large and some are small and jutting out a bit. But otherwise, it seems like a very well organized and planned. As you come up to this next intersection, again, a 5 foot wide tunnel, very narrow. At the end of it seems to be kind of a larger room where the floor kind of dips for a bit, and there's a large like copper-ish pipe that juts out of the wall. It is open. You can kind of see into it if you walk your way down there. But otherwise, nothing exceptionally crazy down there either.
I kind of want to go check it out and see if I can't figure out where it leads. So,
Okay.
hey, I'm gonna go check this out, and I'm gonna cautiously walk up to it.
Okay.
Be on your guard, James.
I'll pull out my dagger just in case.
Sure.
And
Give me a survival check.
Oh, of course.
Of course.
What does this 16 get me? Survival?
No, you're fine. So
No. Survival? No.
we'll probably go a little late tonight, everybody. So appreciate your patience. I think that there's a good stopping point coming up, but we'll get to that. So James, you're like looking at the pipe, kind of thinking in your head for a second, like how far you've walked, where you came from, and there is another entrance that isn't far from here, and it's very likely that this pipe, if you were to get inside of it, because it'd be a cramped fit, you could get in there and maybe climb your way up to the surface, and there's a place that would likely lead you.
Okay. I think this goes to that one spot that we saw on the thing that we burned.
Yeah, exactly. It's a spot also in Galleon's Gate.
Cool. Let's keep going.
Keep going.
Just keep
I want to take a
going.
look at some of the like mushrooms on the wall.
Okay. Like what do you want to know about them, or how do you want to look at them?
I want to see if I can identify them as being like poisonous or just dangerous in any way.
Sure. That would also be a survival check.
Will you survive looking
Yeah.
at these mushrooms?
Time you recognize those from your time in the sewer?
Oh, that's cool.
Well, I rolled a 16, so Donald let me know if I recognize those from my time in the sewers.
This seems, since you're on a new continent, like you're not sure. They look similar to some mushrooms that you like maybe heard that people tried to eat before, and you were told that like they don't have any serious consequences, but like people would get sick if they ate them. They're not like really recommended, and they also tasted kind of gross because they were sewer mushrooms, and mushrooms tend to pick up the flavors of what's around them. I don't know if they really do, but I'm making that up.
Donald, did we hear something?
You did. You actually did hear something because I was rolling really poorly. There's like a noise coming from just over. I'm on the wrong layer. Y'all can't see that. This direction.
Oh,
Definitely
shit.
Sorry, which direction?
This way.
Got it. Okay.
The right, yeah.
All right. I'm getting as soon as I hear that, I'm getting my crossbow out.
Weapons out, guys.
I
I'm
go ahead
gonna
and
grab
my
one of
sword.
those mushrooms and stick it in my backpack, and then get my short bow out.
Okay.
All right. Should we back to the grate where we have a little more room?
No. Stay quiet. I'm gonna peek around the corner.
All right.
Do not move. Breathe as little as possible. Make as little noise as possible.
You got it.
I'm gonna sneak up.
Ken rips a fart.
Okay. No problem.
Just on command.
Like
I'm
I'm
nervous
gonna
part.
think telepathically at Chime. I would not turn down an extra set of rogue eyes.
Sure, I'll come up and peek around as well.
Okay, so this is me peeking around the corner, not actually stepping out, but I'm
Okay.
I'm gonna go up there.
You peek and see this huge green mass. It appears to be almost like a perfect cube as it makes its way just mindlessly. It's heading your direction slowly, and it kind of absorbs anything, pieces of animal bones and just little bits of nastiness that's just hanging out in the sewer that washes in. There's like pieces of driftwood and rocks and some animal carcasses, and just bits of just random stuff you'd find in the sewer inside of this huge cube that seems to be made of some type of gelatinous material.
I'm gonna like push Chime away and like start retreating back as stealthily as possible.
Okay.
I rolled a 20 on stealth.
Yeah. It just does not seem to have any clue that you are there currently, and just
And I'm just gonna start like motioning back there as like quiet, move now.
And without responding, we quietly move back. Whoever's in front signals about the chime that's hanging over the door.
you'll have no problem seeing it. It is I mean, as you all make your way back,
Chimes.
now you all see it without any problems, and can definitely hear it as it's the least stealthy thing in the world apparently.
So I'm gonna think it Chime. Let them know. Gelatinous cube on its way here. Take cover. We're gonna attack it from all sides.
I relay that.
Okay.
And I'm gonna hunker down in the corner. I'm gonna try and take some cover if I can in the corner.
Jeez, it moves fast. Holy
Let's see
crap.
if we
As
can
you all
lure
are
it.
moving, I'm just moving it so we can kind of get on with it.
Yeah.
So as you are kind of preparing, and you finally get in your positions and you're ready for it, you hear the beginning of this clink clink as like the metal pieces together, but as they're absorbed into the grossness in your entire trap, it just kind of gets absorbed into this gelatinous cube as it makes its way in, and I'm gonna go ahead. We're gonna do initiative, but you all get a surprise round for planning this and it having absolutely no clue that you all were here. So let's go ahead and roll initiative.
Anish.
Other
Oh,
6.
that's the wrong button.
Let's try and see if we can lure it onto the grate.
Okay,
That
give
would
me
be
one.
great.
Nope, no more. Oh, there it is. James, click on here. Oh, James, would you get a 12?
12.
You were on here twice. Karn got a 6.
Oh, sorry. That's
correct.
from the time I rolled earlier.
Oh, no problem. Very easy to fix. Well, y'all are seeing some behind the scenes of Roll20 tonight. So there's our turn order. Okay, so what's going to happen for this is you're all going to get one round in. We're going to go in order of this, and then it'll get to react. Then we'll have a normal turn. So basically, you're going to get likely like 2 in. So Ken, you are you've been prepared. You're ready for battle, and this cube makes its way into your room, and you are first to act.
Okay, I think I would like to actually cast Bane on it. And when it says up to 3 creatures must make charisma saving throws whenever the target fails a saving throw, whenever it makes an attack roll or a saving throw before a spell ends, the target must roll a d4 and subtract that from the attack roll. So casting Bane onto this gelatinous cube, so its
Got it.
attacks will suck.
Let's see. I think it gets a saving throw, does it not?
Charisma,
Charis-
yeah. How charismatic is this gelatinous cube anyway?
Well, it got a 10, and your spell save DC is a 12.
It's a 12.
But it actually rolled a 15. It has -5 on charisma, because, as we've probably figured out, the only noise it really makes is. So that's not very charismatic. So
Do I see anything, any treasure chests inside of it?
There's something shiny does catch your eye as you take a quick look. We're gonna go ahead, but you're not quite sure what it is because it's surrounded by a disgusting gelatinous cube.
Cool.
We're gonna do skull and crossbones to remind me of Bane. That is your
Sure.
action. Do you want to move?
Me?
Yeah.
I will flank. So yeah, right there.
Gotcha. All right, Chime, you're up next.
I'm going to tell my teammates. I want to see if we can get it over the crate, or the grate. Jeez, get it over the grate. See if he'll slip through.
All right.
Otherwise, I'm gonna ready action if it comes my way. I want to be ready to attack it with my short sword.
Okay. Can do. You will get another, because you're going to get a full round. This is a surprise round for you all. So you will get another attack before it gets another turn, if you so choose. Just a reminder.
No, in that case, I'll just go up swinging.
Okay. You have advantage because of your flanking bonus with Ken.
That means I get sneak attack.
You get sneak attack.
Yeah. That is a 9 to hit.
Oh, you have advantage, so it is.
Oh, that's right. It is a 21 to hit.
A 21 hits.
With 12 sneak damage and 4 piercing.
Alrighty.
Ooh, and I've got something. So I'm, as a bonus action, when a creature I can see within 30 feet takes damage from an attack or spell, I can use my reaction to temporarily weaken its resilience.
Oh, okay.
And actually, I am going to until the until the end of the target's next turn, it loses resistance to all of the damage types dealt by the triggering attack or spell.
Okay, so it is no longer resistant to slashing, but it wasn't resistant to slash to begin with. So
it's piercing.
Oh, piercing? Okay, that still wasn't resistant, but okay, no problem.
Okay. Actually, I'm gonna amplify that. The target instead loses invulnerability to the damage types of the triggering attack or spell, but has resistance to those damage types until the end of its next turn.
Cool.
That sounds way too complicated.
This is a very easy creature. You don't have to do a whole lot. Just keeping it real.
Yeah.
Okay.
That
was
Maledict.
that's your reaction. So that was Chime's turn. It is surprised, has no idea you all were here. So it is now James, your turn.
Yep. I just want to make sure. I don't think Chime has anything left to do. No, I don't think so. Okay, so I am. I'm gonna step up and fire my crossbow.
Okay.
At point blank.
Oh, I can do that because I've taken a feat that allows me to do that without disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Does
Damn,
a 20?
dude.
Sorry, advantage 23. How's a 23 do?
23 hits.
Okay, that's only 3 piercing though.
Okay.
But I get an extra attack. I've already used my bonus action, so I can't do my
You used your
extra
reaction
slash.
to do that before, because it wasn't your turn.
Sorry, I did say reaction, not bonus. I'm not gonna risk. Wait, is dagger pierce? Dagger's piercing. Never mind. I'm gonna attack with my dagger as my bonus action. How's a 22?
22 hits.
6 piercing, and then second attack of light crossbow again. 23
23 hits.
for another 6 piercing, and that's the end of my turn.
Okay. Karn, you are up.
Okay, well, I am gonna run up in front of this thing since everyone else has a nice position on the sides. And I'm actually gonna make a two-handed attack with my Sunblade.
Nice.
How's a 25 do?
25 hits.
Alright, that's gonna be for 12 radiant damage.
Nice.
Boosh.
But on the backswing, since I do get an extra attack, I'm going to make another two-handed attack.
Excellent.
And that's a 21
That hits.
with 9 radiant damage.
Excellent. Nice work. All right, this thing is just taking a pounding from every side. It's kind of squishing and absorbing some of it, it seems like, and little pieces are starting to fly off as you're slashing and piercing and just beating it. Anything else your turn?
Piece of macaroni that just fell out.
Hold on. Anything else, Karn?
No.
All right, Ken, we are back to you.
Would it be a bonus action to switch weapons or an action?
Depending on how you do it, if you like put away your sword and that, it would be probably a bonus action. But if you just drop it on the ground, you can just drop it and draw another weapon. That's like an incidental.
Okay, it's pretty too large to fall through the grate, so yeah, I'm gonna drop and pull out a warhammer.
Okay.
And pound this thing from above twice. So, but first, it does a 14 hit.
A 14 hits.
All right, for 5 damage, and then take another swing. That was a one-handed. I meant to do two-handed. My bad.
So your second attack, you put 2 hands into it.
Yeah, so I didn't mean to click the one-handed.
The first one you swung as you were laying your sword to the ground. Jim.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. There's a 13 hit.
A 13 hits.
Okay, so another 5 bludgeoning damage. So.
Excellent. All right. Anything else you turn?
No. No.
All right. Chime, you're up.
I'm just gonna keep whacking it with my sword.
All right. Let's do it.
That's a 12. Because I'm flanking.
Yes, a 12 hits.
Okay. That's 15 sneak damage, 7 piercing.
Okay.
Jeez.
Yeah.
You stab at it, and the whole thing seems to just dissolve now into one pile of acid, and kind of the way the floor is. Oh, hey, Bill. How are you? Thanks for the raid.
Bill.
Bill.
Yay, Bill. Thank you so much, Bill. Hope you're having a good night. We are playing our D&D session, so hope y'all are doing well. I think, Julie Pie, if you can get Bill a shout-out at your convenience, I would appreciate it. We are playing Dungeons & Dragons. This is a persistent campaign that we're running with our amazing players. We are they just killed a gelatinous cube. Good job, y'all.
He meant we ate Jello. Yeah.
Absolutely.
There's boba coming out of this thing?
Oh, maybe. And the whole thing kind of dissolves in this pile of acid, and just the way the floor is sloping towards this drain, it just kind of starts to slide into it, into the drain, and just pools on top of those metal doors. As it was, we actually don't have any barbarians. We've got a run through it. Hamed there is Ken Duckian. He is, oh hey, Twitching Hamster, thanks for the first time chat, appreciate it. He is Ken Duckian, a Anatoid paladin. Anatoid is a homebred race we came up together. He's a duck. He's a really cool duck.
Duck of justice.
We have Ryan playing Karn the Returned, the first character to die in the campaign. But
he's the only character.
Hey, we are gonna have a death this season. I'm having
Oh, great.
for sure.
Yeah, but I have a feeling it'll be me again.
I only kill players named Ryan. That's unfortunate.
Not intentional. It just works out that way.
Just some behind the scenes stuff, guys. I did the test run for the Celebrity Givers and Gamers D&D, and he killed me in that too.
Okay, you didn't die. You were just knocked unconscious.
Oh.
Like a
Uh-huh.
Pokemon.
Generosity of the viewers. High school.
Okay, and then so Bethany is playing Chime, a Kenku rogue, who can speak with telepathy now. Usually Kenkus are
Usually we just, for the first, I want to say first half of the first season, I just made noises.
yeah,
That's awesome.
They did not eat the gelatinous cube. It was just
It had sewage waste in it.
yeah, it was gross. Super gross. And then Tim is James Hasbro, a tiefling. What is the actual class name? It's like the
Blood
unofficial
Hunter.
Blood Hunter.
Hunt.
Thank you.
Blood Hunter.
Wow. Oh, hey, thank you for the follow, Twitching Hamster. So if you're new to the channel, I'm Donald. I am one half of Kentucky Fried Dice. The other half is Julie Pie. They're in chat, modding for us tonight. You're kind of coming in at a good time. The main reason we stream is for a fundraiser we run along with our McDonald House Trades of Bluegrass called Givers and Gamers, and that is coming up this weekend. It is full of games, hopefully giving. That's probably the important part. Where we're going to be doing all kinds of things. We did ask Bill to play golf with your friends with us, but he has other commitments. But we will do something cool with Bill, because Bill is an awesome streamer, and we really appreciate the raid and just Bill in general. So we are going to get back said, well, no worries, Bill. I get it, man. You got a life. It is no problem. We will do something else fun together soon, and I have no doubt about that. And I love
night,
watching
Bill.
your stream. And, us small streamers got to sit together. So I think we're gonna kind of get to a good stopping point for our session tonight, and we will go find somebody to raid. But we're
right.
running a little over tonight.
Real quick, is there anything on the ground that's valuable after this gelatinous cube kind of dissolved?
There
Yeah, you mentioned
is.
something.
I want the shiny.
There is something shiny that I will describe in our next session.
No.
Guys, I can't explain it. Guys, I can't explain it, but we need to leave and get to the inn now. I'll tell you when we get back. I'm not kidding.
All right.
I'll explain it later.
Sounds good. Let's get out.
Let's get the hell out of here right
the
now.
Shiny first.
You got the shiny.
Grab the
Yay.
shiny. Let's get the F out of here. Let's get the flock out of here.
Block and key.
Flock and Key, which is actually one of the maps that we have going.
Yeah.
All right. So
Rock and
this
roll.
is the city of Brownstone on a new continent that's kind of being built up where our players have just made it. If you want to catch up on our whole story, we have recaps you can read on our Discord, and then we have our YouTube channel, which has all of Season 1 and our first 2 episodes of Season 2 already up. We will not be doing our next episode because I'll be out of town for when we normally do it. Okay, so back to Howard's Duck Inn, and the front door, you immediately get there and there's an issue. The front door is just in splinters, and there's definitely been a struggle. Tables knocked over, chairs in disarray. Daisy, kind of behind the counter, just tears welling in her eyes, just absolutely sobbing. Have a good night, Bill. Thanks again for the raid. We appreciate you, and we will see you soon. Daisy sobbing, and as you walk into the door, she kind of comes up behind the counter and rushes up to Ken and just wraps her arm around you, and just like looks and looks at Chime and looks at the rest of you, and just her hand shaking, just complete, just distraught, just distress on her face. And she's looking for something to write with, and just
No,
can't find it, and panicking.
I'm reaching out to her telepathically and asking, what happened?
They took him. They took Howard. The snake people. They came. They said they had an authority. The Duck of Justice was here. And they took him.
Am I hearing this?
No, it is telepathic to Chime.
Okay. Good place to end the night, don't you?
Good place to end. So, we will have our next KFD&D stream. It's gonna be a little while, y'all. It's gonna be looks like March 16th. Is our next episode of KFD&D. We'll see what just happened. And with that, so our next stream is going to be on Friday. That is going to be our Givers and Gamers kickoff. See lots of chat having a reaction to Howard being taken. Howard's a good guy. That's what I got for that. So as always, I did mention it in the stream. All of our character art is done by Burger Bun. If you love the character art, which you should, because it's amazing and really brings up the stream, check out her Patreon and make sure you are subscribing and doing Patreon things. Yes, love it. But let's take a look at who we can raid tonight. Who do we have going on? Give me 1 second to see who else is currently on. I don't like that Twitch only gives me my top 5 people. That is doing their thing. Let's see. Let's go say hi. I don't think we've ever rated Benita before, but let's say hi to Benita K. She is doing some board games tonight. And we'll be back again, like I said, on Friday at whatever time it is. 6:30 maybe? I don't know. There's a schedule. Please check it. It's been a long week, y'all. Appreciate y'all hanging out with us tonight. Thank you for being part of our storytelling and part of our community. We appreciate you. Thank you, Julie Pie, at 6:30.
Yeah, come Friday night and help me not die,
Yes, more D&D Friday night,
please.
and it'll be a good time. So
It's okay, Tim. You're not me, so you're safe.
Oh, I have killed players before, and you didn't die in the test session. You only got knocked unconscious. There's a big difference. But anyway, thank you all once again. We'll be back on Friday for Givers and Gamers, and thank you all so much for all your support, and we will see you next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.